This is Thursday, the 3rd of September, and I take it I do have audio. Hello? Good. Okay. Thanks. Um, this morning, um, I I want to talk to you about a couple things. There's not much happening right now in the markets, with the one exception of gold, and it's taken a pretty good dive into the basement already. Um, Everything else is just kind of in a waiting mode. I notice the VIX is starting to back off. I don't know that that's going to last forever, but it's it's trading right around 26, which is still very high. The VIX normally is around 12 or 13, so it's still quite elevated. This morning, I wanted to, we're kind of getting a feel for this new uh, chart. And I kind of like this thing. It certainly has told us this morning that the best thing to do is not to trade oil through this choppity stuff. Uh, oh, that was the doorbell on something. That's the, I guess you all heard that. That's the price alert that when you set it at a certain price, you'll get that sound. I didn't have it set on crude oil, but it looks like the CAD news just hit, and we'll see what if crude oil wants to follow it. But the CAD's response to this is positive. This business in this 30-minute chart, when you see this thing, this is what I call the Christmas tree effect. It looks like a Christmas tree light. Uh, it's a Christmas lights. That's what it looks like to me. And it's just red and green and red and green and red and green, and it can't make up its mind to do anything, and it's all within this real tight range right here. That's a good time to just step back, calm down, let it take a direction. Wait until we see some reason to take a trade. And right now, everything is the same. You could have taken this down for a few off a few ticks off of this trend catcher, but when everything is in such a choppy mode, that's not. If you're an experienced scalper, the 6 tick will help you with that quite a bit too. But to try and trade this, we're not there yet. We have not. We didn't get there yet. The dollar, just with this news that just came out, trade balance is down a little more than expected, I guess. And no, I'm looking at the unemployment is a little greater than expected. Gee, fancy that. Um, the dollar is bolted straight up, and bonds have gone up with it, which is kind of unusual. Those two usually trade a bit the opposite. So if you did, somebody took the Apex news plan trade on the CAD dollar this morning with the spread. That's a good idea. Let us know how that goes, Philip, if you can. Uh, when you take that trade off and you get to a spot, why mark your chart up maybe and shoot it. I think everybody'd be interested in that. I wanted to ask you, I've made a couple of these charts, and I know charts, they appear differently on the camera. And sometimes a darker background helps, and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to drag a little bit darker one over here, and maybe you can tell me which one looks better on the camera or is easier to see. If you've got my workspace, and let's see, we need to get this is one of those, if we took a little poll, does anybody vote for the darker one over the lighter one? Easier to see. Nobody cares. Lighter's better? Okay. I thought it might be. I'm not sure. Okay. Well, we'll just get this over here. Good. Because sometimes I shoot screenshots of this and I think, wow, that's really light. But I know it comes across different on the camera. So this is a good example of why you should always pay attention to the 8:30 news, because the dollar really responded to this. And since the dollar ticks in ticks that are worth $5 a piece, sometimes on these news trades, those of you who like to trade futures, that can be a really nice trade. We don't seem to have a direction on crude oil yet. It's in its Christmas tree, Christmas light thing here. If you go back, we're still on the green apexes. We're still hovering. The bus driver kind of acts like he's got a bit of a hangover this morning, and he's weaving back and forth across settlement. So let's wait and see trading crude oil, and certainly you can scalp it off the 6 tick. That's a viable thing to do, but I'm going to wait for a little bit and see how this goes. So I will see you at noon, and we can go over this new chart and see what trades we took, or we could have taken, or we should not have taken. This has been my view from my world, and I'll see you at noon. Thanks.